I want to read a passage from the Bible, 1 John 3, 1 and 2. See what kind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called children of God, and so we are. The reason why the world does not know each of us is that the world did not know him. Beloved, we are God's children now, and what we will be has not yet appeared. But we know that when it appears, we shall be like him, because we shall see him as he is. I read this passage sometimes when I'm thinking, how much more do I have to do to make it evident that people should pay attention to the videos that I've made? 1,400 of those clips are gone, never to be seen or heard from again unless Mark Zuckerberg figures out some way to revive them, and that's not going to happen. I've talked about the temporal world for a long time when I would tell people to go to the Seaview Cross and check it out. Some people may have, most people never did, and then it was gone. The towers, the 4 towers with the murals of Jesus Christ on them, I've told people for years, you've got to go to these towers. Eventually the flecks of paint will be gone and those towers will be no more. So why is it that people don't know us? And why is it that the Christites are very rarely seen? A lot of it, I think, is because God is saving up the best for last. A lot of people think that, they think, oh, I'm going to eat all my potatoes and all my peas so I can eat my favorite thing, which is the stuffing. Some people dig into the thing that they love the most, thinking that they're going to get full. And when it's come to me contacting radio stations and setting things up and coming across certain people, I've been able to look back and think to myself, boy, this has sure been a long journey, but I understand why it is that God has had me take certain detours or speed up on certain parts of my path or to slow way down glacially to the point where I'm just going out of my mind because I want to speed up and go fast. And when John talks about that, the reason why the world does not know us is that he did not know him. He didn't say because they didn't know of him. People know of God. People know of Yahweh. People know of Jehovah. People know of Abba. People know of. They know of a God, but they don't know him. And I've spent the last 8 years of my life with almost every single second of my thought, almost every single second of my thought has godly in it. It has this godly, okay, where's my brush? Dad, I need my brush. Boom, I see my brush. And I'm not saying that he has just completely given me every single thing that I've asked for, because I haven't really asked for much. I told him that I wanted to make some documentaries and movies and that it's all the glory and the power and the praise to him. And I do it with scriptures. Just about everything that I do in my life now, I do from the book, by the book. I go live the book, then I understand the book, then I can write a book that'll hopefully lead people to the Bible. That's what all of this has been about. There have been a lot of people who don't understand me. There have been a lot of people who haven't understood where it is that I'm coming from or that I came from. And that's why I so much love the C28.com not of this world gear. Not of this world. Colossians 2:8 talks about not of this world. I am not of this world. Philippians 3:20 says, my citizenship is in heaven, not down here on this earth. So whatever are we to do to spread the word the way that we feel so passionate about? With Jehovah's Witnesses go to people's doors, and I think that's great. There's always been this really black eye on that and the Latter-day Saint faith for going out into the communities and into the world and preaching the gospel. I've read the Watchtower magazines. I've met a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're nice. But then you have somebody that says, oh, it's a cult. You have all these people arguing over what denomination it is, and they have absolutely no working knowledge of ever immersing themselves into that at all. I did. I even went so far as to go through catechism to get baptized in the Catholic faith so that I would be accepted and have rights to the church. I've done it all, folks. From the Baptists to the evangelicals, finally got a hold of Jan and Paul Crouch. They know of me. If somebody said, do you know of this girl? Yes, we know of this girl. We don't know her personally. We've never talked to her, but we know of her. Slowly but surely, everything in me is starting to come to light to a point where at one point in time in the future, I will be more well known than I am now. I don't want to be a celebrity for all of the celebrity reasons. I don't want to be a public figure that's going to get bashed on, and so God's toughening up my skin so I can handle any kind of controversy that comes my way. And the handling it part is what matters. Not that I take it in, but what it is that I'm going to, not that I accept what it is somebody's saying about me. How am I going to respond? How am I going to respond in a loving manner? How am I going to get through 5 weeks after somebody prints something about me without being angry and upset? Why haven't I become, one of those people who has their own radio station or a person who is on television? Because I'm not ready yet. There's still a lot of things he needs to do with me. So I'm working on this documentary, Love in America, which is spun off of Jesus and Lithium. And so when you read certain scriptures, a lot of people don't understand the context of what it is they're reading. And there's a lot of pastors that are going around in the world who are spreading the gospel in a way that God doesn't want it spread. And I'm an angelic messenger. What I do is I go and I read something and I pray and I think to myself, what is it that the reader intended for this person to take away with this message? And then I put a qualifier in there and I say, look, here's da-da-da-da-da. That's what I do. It's what I was born to do. It's why I did so well writing. My portfolios and timed writes were passed with distinction at Washington State University. But I'm working solo and flying solo and doing things solo because I'm not ready to bring in an inner posse to really be hands-on with me every day. I wanted it so desperately. I wanted to hurry up and get to the end. Well, there's a lot of other steps and some more strategizing that God's doing with me right now. That's going to get me to the point where I need to be so that I can handle it with class and grace and just do the things so I can get off this planet. Because no, I am not of this world. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, wherever you go, there you are.